the culture.
I watched both, right?
Okay.
Cat Williams' accusation,
Uh-huh.
Cedric the Entertainer's response.
Okay.
Cat Williams was saying that, yeah, on the Kings of Comedy tour,
Mm-hmm.
Cedric the Entertainer's closing joke was about when he was black people going to space.
Okay.
And then how driving the car, remember how he was, do you remember it? Do you remember the
Oh, I
joke?
do. He was like,
the music started playing. Bum,
Yeah,
bum, bum,
yeah,
bum,
yeah.
bum, bum,
Uh-huh.
And then he said how black people turn the music down. And then, you know, and basically he was saying that, Cat Williams was saying that is his joke. And that when he saw Cedric the Entertainer do that joke, his heart was crushed and he couldn't believe that he would do such a thing, take his joke. And so Cedric then responded on a IG, so a video, and was like, "Yo, Cat, you know, that's my joke, man." He's like, "No disrespect to you." He's like, "You know, I was doing that joke 6 years before I even put it on that stage." You know what I mean? He's like, "I know how it goes. Sometimes you feel like your joke's been taken from. I felt the same, right?" He's like, "But this is my joke, dog." You know, basically, and that's basically what the message was. And so I don't know now, right? Because Cat Williams was so sure that he stole his joke. And then Cedric seemed so genuine in saying, "I really didn't. I've had this joke for a long time."
Yeah.
And it is possible, right? They say people do think along the same lines. A lot of comedians make the same joke. Mm-hmm. But I don't really know if anyone has it recorded of them doing it first. I guess how you know, whoever has it recorded first, I guess you could say, whoever can prove it.
I mean, but
comedians know, right? Because they're in the clubs together when they aren't recording, or aren't being recorded.
True. Yeah, I remember watching Cedric's response. Because at first, when I first heard Cat Williams, I feel like Cat doesn't really lie. You know? I don't know. For some reason, I just feel like he doesn't lie.
That's right. You're right. That's why he's always getting into shit, because he doesn't lie.
Yeah.
He's 100.
So I believed him. But then once I watched Cedric, I also believed him. So I feel like it could honestly just be what it was. Like, two dudes kind of had the same joke around the same time. But the only thing that sucks is, like he said, Cedric was bigger at the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it happens because a recent example is, you know, Andrew Santino, redhead.
Mm-mm.
He's in the show Dave. He's his
okay,
manager.
yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
All right, and then he was explaining how he did a joke that was like super similar, and then like super similar, or did a joke, and then Ron Funches did like a joke that was damn near the same, and then he said something to Funches, and Funches was like, "Hey man, sometimes we all just," he's like, because he said to Funches, "Hey man, I got a joke that's basically like that same thing, right? That I'm working on right now."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh well, I'm sorry. I didn't." He's like, He's like, "I don't think he knew either." But he's like, "Oh, I didn't know." But you know, yeah, it is. You know, what are we gonna do about it?
Yeah, it's a joke.
Yeah. So people do think along the same lines. Still, but I don't know between Kat and Cedric. I don't know what that situation was.
I hope it's just like.
I don't know.
I hope there was no
know
shadiness in it,
right? Because somebody's not.
But I also thought to
100.
myself, Cedric would lose this. He would lose if it was true. Do you know what I mean? Like if Kat could prove it, like
That he stole his joke.
Yeah, like Cedric be done. He's already like not really in it. You know what I mean?
See, that's the thing, right? Cat Williams is all, I think, more on the outskirts from Hollywood than Cedric is. So more people will be like, well, Cat Williams, yeah, okay, whatever. He took your joke. We don't care. Like honestly, they might be like, but we don't care enough about you, Cat Williams.
But it ain't about them. It's about the people. Like it's about us. You know, it's about us believing them, right? Because that's what's important.
Yeah, I suppose, but I guess it's not a big enough deal either.
I mean, they can't prove it. It's so long ago. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah, again, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, it happens. So it's like, unless Kat and Cedric were in the room together and Kat was like, yo, I got this joke. And then Cedric started doing it.
Exactly.
I get it, right? That's messed up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was like, y'all, it didn't seem like
how
they
intentional
were boys.
was this joke still? Or, you know, what is the, right.
Yeah. And who's to say that maybe Cedric didn't get help with his jokes and somebody that was helping him might have even heard a little, you know? So I don't know. I don't know. And he doesn't want to be like, it's my joke, dog.
Yeah. The Kings of Comedy was one of the, I mean, we've been into comedy. I can remember being in a comedy, let's see, at 9 years old, 10 years old, because that's when we moved out to Santa Clarita. And then we started watching Comic View. And so I remember every night that it was on, I was trying to watch it. And I was like, and I couldn't relate to any of the jokes, but I got them. I mean, like me.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I got the humor. I knew they were funny.
Yeah.
And I just love comedy. What was I going with that?
I don't think there was anywhere to go. It was just expressing that we really like grown up with comedy. Like,
yeah.
anytime I'm about to go to sleep, I put on something funny. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just what we. Anyways, all right. Fun fact. Okay, this came out in the news recently. The FBI was selling encrypted phones to criminals on the black market, and they just announced it that they had been doing it for a while now.
Damn, are you allowed to do that?
It's the FBI.
Yeah, they do everything.
They're gangs.
They took out Martin Luther King.
They took out.
That's wild.
Like, what do we mean? They take out everybody.
All right, let's stay on subject. Let's stay on topic. Because we were about to go down. We were about to go down. We were about to go down.
We weren't. We were just going to talk about the FBI has power.
Oh, yeah. But wait, encrypted phones. So phones that they could tap into, basically, right? At any point.
Yes.
Yeah. But because.
Well, yeah, they're tracking the whole phone. Like, all the messages. Right. Everything.
Yeah. So is that I don't want to say legal, but like, can they bring up those charges?
Yeah, people are getting arrested right now.
Oh, okay.
But the funny part is, it's kind of like that show that we started watching on crypto on Netflix.
Startup.
Mm-hmm. That's what they did. They were selling phones on the black market.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, it doesn't shock me, right? That they would do that.
Right.
At least they're doing it to criminals.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's just shady. It's like I don't know. It's like, who's the criminals here?
You gotta catch a criminal. You gotta be a criminal, catch a criminal.
So it's like, should criminals just be on the?
The criminals should be just mess with themselves.
It starts getting real sticky when everybody's doing real shady stuff.
Yeah, but it's been sticky. What's the history of the FBI? Edgar J. Hoover. I think he created the.
Who?
Edgar J. Hoover.
Oh. Okay, I thought you said something else.
But see, now I'm not sure.
But
I'm pretty sure Edgar J. Hoover was the founder of the FBI.
Jeff Bezos is going to space.
Yeah, he ain't coming back.
Yo, you don't find it interesting that, like,
J. Edgar Hoover.
I knew something was a little something. He said Edgar J. Hoover.
Yep.
You were close.
All right, tell me about Bezos.
No, so Bezos going to space with his brother.
Got it.
And then there's like a lottery to, like, for somebody to do the other ticket.
Okay.
There's 3 seats.
Oh, I heard about that.
And I think it's like 24 million or something around that, 20-something million. Whatever, it's out of my league. Like, why was that? How was that even a raffle?
That's crazy. There's a company that said, man, we can do that too. Because all they do is shoot you up out the atmosphere and you drop back down. But apparently you parachute back down.
Wait, so that's what's gonna happen? They're gonna parachute back down?
That's what I've been
He ain't
told.
coming back. Listen, Jeff Bezos is leaving. He's preparing. You know, when people start nesting, that's what he's doing. He's left his wife. He's left this. He's left Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, look, me and my brother, the person I probably love the most,
Right.
we're about to go up here. We're gonna start a whole new world. Elon's gonna send a Tesla. Like, I don't know, Sonny. It made me a little nervous. I was like, what? He's doing a little too much right now. It's been a hot 2 years for this man.
Wait, thousands signed petition calling for Jeff Bezos to be denied re-entry to Earth after space trip. That's pretty funny.
Done.
It's the Independent, so it's not like LA Times.
That's funny.
That is funny.
They said keep your ass down there, bruh.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, like, I'm confused why he thinks that this is gonna work. So they have been sending stuff to space. Like, how is he guaranteed that he gonna make it back? Like, why does he not care?
Well, they've done it a lot, but
his
they
company, because isn't he going with his company?
Oh, it was called Blue
something. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know I don't know. I just know that he's going to space for a trip. He's come back down in a parachute.
He's already starting to look stranger. Like, the more money he gets, it's like his eye gets lazier. He gets buffer. I don't know what's happening.
Yo, he said, I done shed in my past life.
Listen.
This is the new Bezos.
Man.
Who this?
I was thinking about how we used to, because we didn't really do anything this year, obviously, this year, last year. Dang, it's been a year and a half. But we used to go to the Holly Fest every year. Is it Holly or Holy?
Holy?
That's what I said.
Holy Festival?
Yeah, the Holy Festival every year.
The Color Festival.
And I was looking at the pictures on my phone, and I was like, dang, good times.
Chelsea.
Explain to the people what this festival is and what goes on in it.
Well, we probably should have did a little research on what the Holy Festival is about.
Oh,
I was just about to talk about throwing colors, but I don't want to disrespect the tradition.
Okay, yeah. Okay, let's look up what it is. So, looking up the Holi Festival, Holi is a popular ancient Hindu festival, also known as the Festival of Love, the Festival of Colors, and the Festival of Spring. The festival celebrates the eternal and divine love of Radha Krishna.
Okay, it's about love, color, and spring. When I look in the mirror, I see pride. I see power. I see a badass mother who don't take no crap from nobody.
Say it again.
Oh my goodness. Plane incidents? What's that about?
What did you say?
What's plane incidents about?
Oh, because you see how there's been two plane incidents where someone went into the pilot and then someone tried to open the latch on the side.
I know about opening a latch.
And someone had 2 weeks ago tried to get into the thing.
I think I saw that big black dude was kicking him.
And they were saying it's QAnon.
Yeah, I think they're trying to scare everybody because you can't do that. People ain't gonna let you do that shit. Hey, what did you notice in those two? What did you notice in those two incidents? Black dudes were all all up in those dudes. We're all up in those videos. I know the first one I saw a few. They were the first. They were the first ones there kicking their ass. I'm you ain't about to do nothing on this plane.
Stop talking to me. Do you want to talk about it or no?
Nah, I don't have a lot to say. Why are you on the ground, man? Sit.
Did you hear my knee?
Why don't you sit down and put that in your lap? Use your brain. I'm dirty, but I'm clean.
Right. How have you been?
I've been doing well. I've been doing real well.
How has your last week been? What have you done? Anything new?
My last week. I had to knock out this project for a neighbor. It was really fun actually. They redid their house.
Okay.
And in their backyard, they wanted to mount a TV to a free wall, and right behind their bar. And so they asked me to design a TV enclosure, right? And so I did, and sent them a few options. They chose one. We did some modifications to that design.
Okay.
And then I built it over the week. That was the thing. He's like, I got my daughter's first birthday party is this weekend.
Crunch.
I was like, ooh. And so made it work.
How many days was that you had? Or how many weeks?
I had, let's say I talked to him a week ago. Saturday I picked up the wood a week ago Saturday.
Oh.
So I had literally a week to get it done.
Yeah.
And originally I was supposed to deliver yesterday, which would put me at 6 days. Oof. And so I had it done yesterday, expecting to deliver it. Okay. But he had some more work being done in his yard, so it wasn't available for us to get in there. Okay. And then so you came through.
And we're going to show a picture of this wonderful enclosure.
Because I was stressing all week because I was expecting to install it by myself. Mm-hmm. And then you offered to help out. And I was like, that's cool. And I actually did some more thinking. I was like, why am I doing this to myself? I hit you up last night. I was like, yo, you think you're going to...
I already knew. It was literally already pretty much in my schedule. I was like, I already know. He's going to say he don't need help. He's strong enough. And he got it. But yeah, so that's dope.
So you and I did the install this morning.
Yeah.
It turned out wonderful. They loved it.
They were so happy.
Yeah.
Seriously happy.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Glad you were there.
Anything new with the baby?
The baby. Yeah, Phoenix. Yeah. She tried to take 2 steps the other night. Azalea called me on my way home. It was like, oh, I think the baby just tried to take 2 steps. I said, oh, that's cool. Wow. And so she spends a lot of time now balancing on her own when she's standing. Okay. She'll be holding on to something while she's standing and then let go. And we'll just sit there for a little while. And so she's doing a lot of that. And so I could tell she's ready to start walking.
Wow.
And so that's big. Her teeth are flooding in still.
That's exciting.
She had her appointment. It's her 9-month checkup, but she's 10 months now. So we had that done last week.
Okay.
Or last week. Yeah, she's doing wonderful.
That's awesome. She's so precious.
She's
I mean,
doing
seriously.
wonderful.
And I feel like every time I see her, she's getting bigger. And then like I have to go and look at pictures from like 2 weeks ago and be like, no, she actually is getting bigger. I'm not tripping.
Yeah, she's like, I think she's tall.
I think she's tall. She's like, yeah, she's tall.
Yeah. Or she grows fast. I don't know.
She has a little cute little gap now.
She got that little, yeah. I saw when her teeth first started coming, I was like, they're wide apart. And I was like, oh, that might change. And then now you're like, no, she's got that Grandma Dorothy gap.
Yeah. Grandma Dorothy.
Grandma Dot.
What a gem right there.
Yeah, that's true. She's a special bonus episode we've got in the vault.
Yes, Grandma. That is definitely a bonus episode that we have in the vault, and we will somehow figure out how to release that thing.
Hey, we got a few in the vault.
Oh yeah. We've been tucking, Sonny.
We got a few.
People think that they've been sleeping on us. Mm-hmm. They think that we're not. Hey, listen, keep up, don't get lost. But yeah. So that's dope. I'm glad you had a good week. My week was simple. I had a good time. It was Kendra's birthday recently, so we had a really good weekend. Mm-hmm. It was nice to like spend time with people around you with no worries. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Finally, so that was super exciting. Happy birthday to her. Yeah, just out there chilling.
Good. How did that DM slide you did a while ago work out?
We're not doing that. We're not. Listen, we've already restarted this episode. We're not doing it again.
Right. You brought it up.
I did not bring it up. You brought it up.
No, the first time.
All right, listen. All right, yeah. So everybody, I had a good week. You had a good week.
Yo, you cold. You cold, man.
You wild.
You wild.
I promise you.
I asked you an honest question.
How the DM slide? What?
Yeah, what's the update on that DM slide you told us about?
Why do I have to give you an update? Like, what are you doing,
I don't need
bro?
details.
Like, what's the update on your marriage?
My marriage is good. Shit.
My DM slide was good.
So that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, everything's cool.
Ain't nobody tripping but you.
Yeah, okay. All right, we don't talk afterwards.
Shit. I'm just want to know. Like, oh, it worked out. Things are good. Or you can say it didn't work out.
Everything's
Move
cool.
on.
Everybody's friendly. Everybody's cool. Everybody's good.
Good for you, shouty. You sick, man. You sick. You know what I mean?
Dang, you got me on here.
You sweating?
Chill, bro.
You sweating? You on
You're
your
tripping?
You backpedaling? You on your toes? Mm-hmm. You armpit sweating?
No, I'm not sweating. Anyways, happy Juneteenth, man. Today's Juneteenth, so happy Juneteenth.
Do you know what Juneteenth is?
No.
The day that we were, I don't know, the day that we were no longer slaves.
Correct.
When slavery was abolished, actually. Okay, I'm not going to say we no longer have slaves.
Right.
The day slavery was abolished.
Exactly.
When them papers were signed.
Yeah. And now they have the day before June.
Wait, hold on. They've signed the papers on what date? And what date did they actually process them papers and let the slaves know they were done?
They didn't. A lot of people didn't.
That's what I'm saying.
Or, they did that, what's that called? What's that syndrome when you they were like.
Stockholm Syndrome?
Where they're like, oh, you can go. And they were like, I'm all right.
Yeah.
I don't know what's out there. I know what's here,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But anyways, they made Juneteenth an official federal holiday. Shout out to all the people that fought for that. That's cool.
Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Did you fight for it?
I'm fighting for other things like our lives. Like, I don't know, what they think they're doing now. Like, it's just actually starting to feel like a slap in the face. Because it's like, we don't get any bills passed. We don't get nothing. And then they'll give us a holiday. We already were celebrating Juneteenth. So now all that I feel like it's doing is allowing these companies to now capitalize off of it because it's a holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's like, support black business here. Under this white business. It's like, I don't need you guys to make it a holiday. I need you guys to stop killing us. I need you guys to pass legislations. I need you guys to allow Black history to be taught in schools. I need things. I don't need a federal holiday, but I appreciate it. Thank you. I know people fought for it, and I do appreciate that. So, cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Juneteenth. I didn't know anything about Juneteenth until probably last year. And I didn't know the definition until probably 4, 5, 6 days ago.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I've heard it. I was like, I don't know what that is. A book?
But I mean, I can understand that because we were raised a little different culturally because we were, we're Belizean, so I think that we were more tied to that tradition and stuff like that. So I can understand why you maybe didn't or weren't as aware of Juneteenth than like other stuff,
But when did you know? Since you were a kid?
Life. Yeah.
Elementary?
Yes.
Juneteenth?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about Juneteenth. I don't know about the leafy bug.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say elementary. I will say though, like I've known for at least a decade. Yeah. Yeah. I would say at least a decade.
Yeah, I had no idea. I don't know what it is. That's why I was like, oh, what So, well, that's cool. I mean, yeah, right. So apparently black people have been celebrating Juneteenth. It's that now white people are acknowledging it.
Bro, like, please, and that's the thing, like, Sonny, I feel like this shouldn't have been a topic because it's going to get me a little frustrated. Like, I don't need them to celebrate nothing. I just need them to acknowledge. Let's start there. Let's just start with acknowledgement. Mm-hmm. This isn't it. How can you guys acknowledge, like, the bombings of Black Wall Street, but, like, still no reparations for that?
Yeah. That was the worst cover-up ever, man.
And you say only 300 people were dead? No, over 1,000 bodies were missing, bro.
Missing.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah. They said they had what are they called? Just bodies thrown in these ditches.
And I think they actually just recently discovered more when they were talking about all this stuff.
Yeah,
I want to say a couple months ago they discovered more bodies. But anyways,
crazy.
I don't want to talk about my answers like that. Anyways, it is what it is, right? I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting hot. Yeah. So let's just move on. In good news though, we have schools opening up. In LA, we have Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine teaming up. They're opening up a school, a magnet school. Then we have Russell Wilson and Sierra opening up a school. I don't know if it's in LA. Then we have a young lady that went to Crenshaw High and is now opening up her own school along with this other woman. And they're creating a charter school for Black entrepreneurs, actually.
Okay. That's good.
So I think that's beautiful. Still no Dr. Umar school, but we're waiting on that Marcus Garvey. You know what I mean? We still supporting you, brother. We still send to that Cash App. So yeah, I'm excited. I feel like, people are putting their foot down. We're doing something.
Yeah, we're doing
something. Us. I'm not talking about like the government and them. Like us.
Black people?
Yeah,
people of color.
Doing stuff. Yeah, we're doing stuff. We're putting our money now where it needs to go.
Right.
So I appreciate that. Also, guys, I just want to tap in and let you know, get the book. What book was I just telling you about? State of Emergency by Tamika Mallory.
That's not your put you on?
Oh.
She just wasted your put you on.
No, this is my put you on. I can put you on whenever I feel like it, and I'm putting you on now to Tamika Mallory's book, State of Emergency. I mean, I'm all the way to chapter 3, and it's amazing. I couldn't stop reading it. I had to get the audiobook as well. It's amazing. So please tap into that. It's so much valuable information, so much history in it, so much love, so much care, so much culture. So tap into that. That's my put you on. Man,
the Daddy Issues podcast. I was just I'll be listening to it.
Who's I never heard of that.
Daddy Issues podcast.
No.
That's got Tony Baker. That's got Keon Poe. That's got DC. That's got
DC who?
Chaz, not Young Fly.
Oh, okay.
I don't know his last name.
Okay.
DC, guy named Chaz.
Okay.
And Craig Wins.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a solid. They're all dads, and so it's called Daddy Issues, and they discuss like parenthood, parent-father things, parenthood on their podcast every week.
Craig Waynes as in the Waynes?
Yeah, he's a writer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're not all okay. Right, so Tony Baker is a comedian.
Okay.
Keon Pole's a comedian. Chaz is a producer or something.
Okay.
Craig is a writer. DC is a comedian.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all in the industry though.
Got it.
Yeah. So, but no, I was looking at because I'm up to date, right? So I'm like, well, let me go back. I'm thinking they started this podcast up like last year.
Right.
Podcast has been rolling since 2018. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I was like, good for you guys. Like, you guys, I was like, that's just another example. Like, you got those roots. You got to develop these roots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, again, I didn't know that. And so, yeah, man, we just got to keep chugging. But they've been consistent.
Oh, for sure. And that's what we talked about, consistency.
And that's 5 people trying to be consistent with the same thing. Now, they talk about how there's been times where people don't show. There's issues with schedule. There's probably obviously issues. But that's consistently getting 5 people to show up for a one thing.
Right. And all we have is 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for our future, for real.
You're right. There's gonna be growth. So right, I'm saying, imagine 3 years consistently doing this.
Yeah. Oh, Sonny.
I think
listen.
we're gonna touch some people's ear holes.
Listen. I'm shooting for faster than 3 years, but yeah, we can
Don't have any expectations, I believe.
No, I just believe that
we have goals though.
We have goals, and we know who we are, and we're
I'm a bad mother.
Anyways,
don't take no crap from nobody. You opened the door, so I had to walk through it.
Power. I see.
Stop.
Okay, so
speaking of the courts and the laws and shit, did you hear about how the Supreme Court sided with the Catholic adoption agency that denied adoption to the LGBTQ community?
I need you to do that sentence a little faster and less hands.
It's confusing.
Yeah, because I'm still lost. I don't know who's Catholic and who's LGBT.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
All right, so go ahead.
So a case went to the Supreme Court where LGBTQ couples were not allowed to adopt children from this Catholic adoption agency.
Okay.
The Supreme Court ruled in favor of the Catholic adoption agency denying children to LGBTQ.
Okay.
You still lost?
No, I completely heard it.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to save my reaction.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is what it is, and I was like, oh well, I was like, well, I don't know. That's crazy.
There is so much backwardness in the Catholic community that
That's
I'm not
true.
even gonna touch it.
I'll be honest with you. I know. I was like, exactly.
I'm not gonna even touch
it. Oh my gosh.
Right.
Again, something else.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
Yeah.
What the heck, man?
Yeah.
The Catholic Church, Catholic system.
They trying to keep the kids.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not even gonna go there. Like, all right, there's too many jokes I can go with for them. Like, fuck them. I don't care.
Yeah.
But speaking of the Supreme Court, because I have my own little topic I want to touch on. This I have to read it because it's kind of thick. The Supreme Court rules in favor of Nestle, the chocolate and company. You know what I'm talking about? All right. Who argued they could not be sued for funding, overseeing, and profiting from a system of child slavery in Africa because the conduct did not occur on U.S. soil.
Wow. But you're complicit. You're complicit. You're funding it.
But the
You're
Supreme
involved.
Court ruled in favor of them.
Oh.
So they're not going to be charged with
they're all
this child enslavement. I have a question, though, behind that, right?
I don't even know anything about it, actually.
I don't think we need to know too much. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I think...
But
if it got to the Supreme Court, there is some type of evidence.
You're right.
So yeah. I don't need to go that far into it. But my question was, does Africa not care about its people or something? Because, like, think about it. If it's at the Supreme Court, Africa knows what's going on, right? Mm-hmm. And somehow it's still going on, and it's allowed. Also, we were enslaved from Africa, and they never came back for us. They ain't never invited us home. Nothing. They ain't never stood up for us in the UN. I just I don't know. Like, I feel like we out here, I don't know. I just don't know if Africa really cares about us, and I don't know if
Africa doesn't. We're not Africans to them.
But people be like, oh, I want to go home to Africa, and it's like,
I mean, who's saying, like, ignorant people? I want to go home.
I want to go to the motherland, which I can appreciate.
The motherland, I understand.
I can appreciate that, but, like, I don't think they want us, dog.
No, we're different. We're not them.
Look, all I'm saying is I just don't know. I don't know if Africa really cares.
They don't. We've talked about this. Black
child
people
enslavement is actually a
black
topic.
People in America don't have anyone supporting them. The Chinese people in America get beat up. They have China supporting them. Africans.
They had a bill in like 90 days.
Africans, think about this. Legitimately, I bet you if Africans were being targeted, Africa would say something to America. if African people who have
I
who
don't
are
know.
on
I've never seen them do it.
no, they're not being targeted. Is what I'm saying. Black people are black people to them. They don't know the difference.
Do you see what I'm saying? But I'm saying I've never seen Africa stand up for African people that were being targeted out here.
That doesn't happen. That's what I'm saying to you. African people, black people.
African people aren't
If you have dark skin, you're a black person in these white people's eyes.
Okay, so you would think an African would have maybe been assaulted by the police by now.
No,
and
so
then,
what I mean is like targeted specifically, right? So say there was a way for them to know that you're African, and they were slaughtering Africans.
Okay.
I'm sure Africa would have a conversation with the United States.
Got you. Okay.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I think when it comes down to it, there is a difference between Africans and Black Americans.
Yeah.
You know?
We don't have.
And so there's no one for us to run to and say, hey, they're bullying us over here.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah.
Yeah, we live in the house of the abuser. We can't do nothing about it.
That was sad.
Yeah.
I just wish it was different. I wish Wakanda was a real place.
That's crazy. I heard this thing. It's not related to that, but like I guess it had to do with like perspective. And so there's this guy who was like really going through it, hated life, was like going through a depressive state, decided to visit Italy. Okay. And when he was in Italy, he went to go see this like world-renowned like entertainer. And he's like, think of what's his name? I Love You, the older white guy. Everyone loved him, Vegas.
Not Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, think of Frank Sinatra, right? And so
how did I guess that? I love you.
Yeah, right. So imagine you go to Italy. He goes like, oh, I'm going to go see this guy's show.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's at the bar. And so he's just drinking and sad, drinking his life away and before the show. And, or you know, but he hasn't gone to the show yet. And so he's drinking, but he's talking to a guy at the bar. And he's just like, man, I hate life. Like things are terrible. Things are real bad. I don't know what to do. And the guy he's talking to says, hey, why don't you go see so-and-so? They're playing down the street. That'll make you feel like the world has changed. Like he's the most amazing person. And the guy says, I am him.
Damn.
Right.
That hit.
Yeah.
That was deep.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like a big cloud hit my heart. Like, damn, that's sad.
Mm-hmm. Like who's the person that everyone run to?
You know what I was thinking too, though? Like, how many celebrities have the end story of like happiness? You know what I mean? Like it just seems like all people that end up in the public eye have this like dark cloud or like demon that they battle, like a really harsh demon. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's very rare to see them make it out. Mm-hmm. I wonder what goes on that has people feeling so low, you know, even from personal experience, like people don't leave their houses.
You're saying?
Because he was somebody obviously everybody knew. Mm-hmm. He was like the guy, mm-hmm. right? But it's mm-hmm. like all these people that we look at, right? Mm-hmm. You know, whoever. Mm-hmm. They're sad. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Laugh at my pain. Kevin Hart, funniest man alive. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know. Richard Pryor. Like, I don't know. It's like all the people you think were super happy. Robin Williams.
Well, that's right. Their humor is in their sadness. I mean, I was listening to Bill Burr talk about it. And all these other older comedians. You know, like, yeah, like, we're funny because we're sad.
We're funny because
we use humor to heal.
Yeah. And that could be why a lot of people think I'm funny. I'm not sad, right? But like, I look at the world very different.
Yeah, right. 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 They're not sad. Like, how do I, you know, they're functioning.
Yeah. I'm functioning for sure. But yeah, it's interesting. Mm-hmm. I've always thought that too. Mm-hmm. When people say, oh, you're funny, I think to myself like, oh, you know.
I'm sad. I'm a clown. Sit down.
All right. In lighter news, let's go light. Shit.
If you ain't a clown,
all you bozos
sit down.
Who don't know.
Bozos who don't know. Hey. This one's for the bozos in this place. Don't join the circus if you ain't a clown.
Shout out Toby.
Shout out to Toby and Weekway. Wes. Yeah, he's from the south side of West. Well, he's from the south side of Texas or the southwest
Listen,
of Texas.
anyways, Toby is the only person Phoenix will watch. The only thing that will keep Phoenix still is you put on Toby, specifically Firefire right now. She loves Firefire. She likes A Million. And she likes, what's the one with Earth Gang?
Wildlings.
Look, shout out to Toby, because I'm telling you, when I have to babysit, sometimes I'm like, oh, she getting
Toby be babysitting.
I said, boop,
Uncle Tobe.
and she'll just look at you, she'll go.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to Toby.
Shout out to Toby, man.
Father figure.
He was a pandemic discovery for me. He was a new artist I discovered during the pandemic, and that dude's tough. I love him and his wife's dynamic. I love their artistry.
Yeah.
I love the videos. I love the lyricism.
Mm-hmm.
I love the message. I love the delivery.
For sure.
Everything. It's original.
The aesthetics.
It's hard. It's good music.
Man, he's so talented. You see, he's dropping a clothing line, right?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, it's called like the mint, because he's everything's mint clean right now.
Yeah, that's the color
Minty
he wears
fresh,
all
he
the time.
says. Yeah, so he's dropping a clothing line.
That's cool.
He's just so talented, man. He directs his own videos. He designs all the clothing. He raises 3 children. He is a successful husband. Like I'm tap in. He doesn't curse, so my niece could watch it and it not feel like
Right.
I have to figure out what's going on.
Right.
So shout out.
Shout out to Toby.
Yeah.
And Fat.
But there was a story, right, Sonny?
And Nell.
And you know where it starts at, right? Where all the good stories start from? What state do all the
Florida.
Good, Sonny.
Florida is where everything happens.
Sonny. All the good stuff goes down in Florida.
What you got?
Okay. So a woman, this is obviously a lesbian couple, but a woman beats up her girlfriend while she sleep because she was talking about her ex while she was asleep. Fucked up, man. She got time for that too.
She was like, oh, I miss you so much. Something like that.
Ooh, Susan.
Oh, something like that.
I don't even know if you wake up to that. Like you.
That's crazy town. That's crazy town. But I mean, like, I get it. People that sleep talk. I'm sure that's scary for you.
Sonny.
I'm sure that's scary for you.
Sonny.
Because you don't know what you talking about.
Sonny.
And I'm sure she didn't just say her name. She had to have said something.
There was, or it was more than just Susan.
Or what if she wasn't asleep? She was trying to get off her chest in real life. She's like, oh, Samantha, I love you so much more than this other.
Yo, because if you're asleep, that means y'all supposed to be asleep.
That's funny.
So you must have been talking loud or something was going down.
Maybe she got to go to the bathroom and then she heard her talking.
I guess. I mean, if my partner is asleep and they're talking, I'm more than likely gonna wake up.
Yeah.
Even if they're just like,
yeah.
Like what you doing? But yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd deck him in the face.
See, you got some issues though, for sure. If you're gonna punch somebody for mentioning a name in their sleep,
up. She didn't just boop.
You've got issues. Like y'all shouldn't be together in the first place. I think she was saying, "Oh my God, I need to get away from you. Where's my ex at? Because you are on something."
Right. She was like, I miss.
Yeah.
She keeps hitting me.
You gotta remember.
Which isn't good. I'm not. It's not funny. But I just thought that was a crazy ass story. Florida keeps coming with them. Okay, they gave us Tiger King. They're now giving us this. You know.
You think we can do this podcast without cursing? Or no?
Why would I? That's not who I am.
Yeah, me either. Well,
I don't cuss a lot.
I don't cuss a lot.
I cuss more than you.
Yeah.
I can't help that shit.
I wonder why though. I wonder how that difference is.
Well, we were raised 2 different places.
Nah, that's not really it. Like I just never felt the urge to curse.
I'm not arguing with you.
I'm not arguing with you either.
Yeah, you have your perspective. I have mine. That's why we have this podcast, right?
Right.
But I did want to talk about something that actually is kind of important. It's about our city, Los Angeles, right? And I don't know if you're gonna believe this.
Kind of important or important?
It's important.
All right, let's do that.
It's important.
All right.
This came out yesterday. Okay. Los Angeles violence has now surpassed Chicago, as shootings have increased with 600 plus shootings as of today, which was yesterday, and 350 homicides in the past 6 months.
Okay. 365
homicides, 600
in 6 months. What's that? How many is that a day?
Sonny, I'm not.
What I'm saying is, don't
It's increased.
leave them stats alone.
It's increased. No, I mean that's a big thing to surpass Chicago. Sonny.
We ain't surpassed Chicago. You know how it is like this. Look, you know how like if you're looking at the whole year, 1 month you might spike up and then come back down to normal. That one spike up is still much less than the total.
I don't even know if you know what you're saying.
Yeah,
He said, and then carry the 7. Wait, what we talking about charts?
Come back over here, number. You're floating away.
Oh my gosh.
All I'm
so
saying
funny.
is us having one bad month, week, day, whatever they're calculating, ain't nothing compared to the totality of what's going on in Chicago. So I don't want them stats to scare nobody. I don't even want to share them stats because that's just the news trying to put some stuff out there to keep you busy thinking about violence and the homeless and thinking.
But we should be thinking about those things.
No, what I'm saying is.
I mean, you're talking about the fear aspect, but
Yeah.
it's also like informative to know what's happening in your city so you can stay safe.
But
But if
not
you don't feel like
all
it
of
is,
it.
then that is completely, that's okay.
No, that's not what I'm getting at.
Okay.
What I'm getting at is.
You're saying it's negative information.
Yeah.
It's fear driven.
Like, damn. That's
But
why
I'm sure if you live inside that section, you
Like, let's talk about how many people got married this month. How many people done goddamn did
probably
this?
nobody. Divorce rates is crazy.
Yeah, but I'm saying still, it should be like, okay, let's flip things this week.
All right.
This month, so and so many people bought new dogs. So many new people.
1,000 children were adopted this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Like,
I do hear you.
Where's the positive? Like, there should be like positive only news.
Yeah. Oh, you just gave away.
Oh shit.
Aw, damn it. Hey, look, but that's what we're here for. We're here to support, motivate, and inspire. And if we just inspired something new,
Another
some positive
idea.
news, then do what you got to do, baby.
Yeah, because that's why, like, for real, like, anytime someone might mention a stat to me about something, I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, I do. I respect that. You saying that. That changed my perspective right now for sure.
Damn, that's 2 times I hit you in the dome. What was the first one?
I doubt it.
It was the
I doubt it.
the man who was sad.
I doubt it. We have. Oh, I saw this video. I saw this video of a guy. Oh no! I need to talk about. There's 2 videos I need to talk about. So there was a video of a woman, and I sent you her bathing. She was talking about her bathing. Did you see that?
The woman who said she bathes, she doesn't wash her body. She lets her shampoo wash down her body, rinse her body off.
He said, "What do you wash first?" And she said, "Her hair."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, you know what? Actually, that's not a bad. I do wash my hair first because I put conditioner in it. So while like the steaming, I get that part. But she like that's it. That's the first and last thing she does.
Right.
Sonny. And then she said, what did she say? She said the soap just runs down my body from my hair.
Yeah. So he's like, you don't wash your body. She's like, well, the soap from my hair rinses off my body when it goes down. And then she's like, I only shower like once every now and then.
Yeah, she said once every 7 days. And I said, she doesn't have a significant other.
No, there's no way.
There is, or they are on the same, because there is someone for everyone.
Yeah.
But that right there is crazy. And the fact that she went on television and said it, do you think that she knows that's not normal?
No. I think in her world it's normal, but I'm sure all her friends and people say, hey man, that's not, and she's like, whatever.
You think so?
Yeah, she might be okay with being alone with her cats if that's what she's got going on.
And she seemed like a modern person. But yo, to not.
I mean, sort of, not really. She did an interview sitting on the floor. On her laptop. Her laptop was on the floor.
Facts.
In the kitchen or wherever the hell she was.
Facts. Okay, you were reading into the details.
Oh, you gotta pay attention.
You're in the details.
She was like, everything was weird.
Yeah, I just hope that that's not a representation of everyone.
She low-key be living in one of the little homeless camps.
Because I know, the washcloth situation is a little different already. But to know that there is no hygiene in areas for 7 days.
She didn't even say, but I keep wipes around so I can.
But like, you feel the need to wash your hair more than your body that's walking around collecting
she thinks
dust.
She thinks her hair is washing her body.
That was a very scary video.
My hair washes me.
I'm not gonna lie. That was a very, very scary video. It makes you want to question, like,
Scary video I saw this morning, I think I sent it to you, was the dude who had a burglar come into his house, and so he's boom started fist fighting them, and then a second burglar came in.
Oh.
He started fighting 2 burglars at once. Masked. They have masks on, wearing all black or like dark colors. Then a third dude comes in. He starts fighting all 3 of these dudes, and they run and then they leave.
Oh, is this like the UK?
Yeah, somewhere else. I don't know actually, but
the dog done ran past. Oh, the third dude walked in.
Yeah, he's taking all 3 of them on, and then they leave. He wins.
Wow, they said balls of steel was the caption.
Yeah.
Oh, that was crazy. That was crazy. And he was swinging like he was.
The dude who was robbed, the intruder ran in the house, and then the dude, the homeowner,
he was walking smooth. The first one was walking smooth.
Oh, did he?
He was just walking, and then homeboy came.
He ran up on him. Oh yeah, he walked.
Yeah,
he walked in like he knew the place.
Because the dog was probably barking or something.
Yeah, that homeowner came in swinging like he knew what was going on. And the second guy came in. The third guy came in, and they said this ain't gonna work. Let's leave.
The scary part about watching these videos is like you want to say what you would do, but you never know.
No, you never know. So right, his instinct was fight. What was it, fight, flight, or freeze?
Fight, flight, or freeze.
Yeah.
Fight, flight, or freeze. Okay.
And his was fight. But that lets you know he's comfortable fighting.
Yeah,
right?
mine. I don't think my order is that. I don't think those are my options.
I think it all depends. I don't know, right? I mean,
sure. Everybody's options are different.
yeah, I guess.
Mine's gonna be those though.
Yeah,
I got one. I got one option for
what
everybody.
You doing?
I got one option for everybody.
You fighting?
I got one option for everybody. Anyway, so that's crazy. That's crazy. I saw a video of.
But think about it. Say he was right in the hallway and his gun is somewhere else. He's like, I have no time to run and get my gun and come back. This dude's literally just in my house right now, right? So he couldn't go get the Draco. So he was like, in that point in time, you have no option but to go for it.
He could have left.
You're crazy. You're crazy. He's in the, say you don't know that, right? We don't know the layout of the house, but hey, say his family was literally behind his shoulder in the next room.
Oh, I didn't think about family. Okay,
yeah. That's what I'm getting at. Like, if my family's there.
Oh yeah, if your family's there. Again, I have one option. So yeah, but yeah, if your family's there, you have to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna leave the room.
You have to lose your life for your family.
That's for sure.
That's the only way you can go out.
See, you haven't seen 000. See, like this dude and his wife have this little they have this little unspoken communication. Like, he was getting picked up by some people that thought the show 000.
Oh,
I'm not gonna
not say that.
I said it too quick.
Oh.
Yeah, this dude and his wife have an unspoken communication, right? Because they already know that he just does some scummy shit. So like, whenever shit goes bad, she knows what to do when things get weird. So like, some people came to pick him up, and he was like, "Oh shit, I might not make it." Right? He's like, "I need you to come with us." He's like, "Hey babe, go get my jacket." She walked, and as soon as she was out of sight, she ran, grabbed that jacket, but slid a cell phone in a specific pocket. And then when she gave it to him, she folded it and said, held his hand on the bottom and said, here's your jacket. But she put his hand on the pocket where the phone was. But he already knew that was the plan. But nothing was spoken. And then that phone came in handy. But I do think that I think having a family, I think maybe that can come in handy. Like if anything goes wrong, I think you and the wife should have
an escape, a plan.
Yeah.
I mean, and you can only plan so much, right? You don't know.
Nah, I'd be like, hey babe, there's something under here. There's something under here. There's something under here.
Everything's under.
Yeah,
everything's under.
On top of.
Yeah.
But sure. I don't know. I still remember that scene. And I was like, man, it was impressive. Like,
have you ever dealt with a robbery or anything like that? No.
I haven't.
No, it could have, I don't know.
No, you can ask me that question, but I just got to knock on that.
Yeah. No.
No, I haven't dealt with anything like that before. The closest I came to robbery was when I was a kid. I took me about a lime.
Sonny.
I put it in my pocket when I was in the grocery store with my mom, and then I got out the grocery store and the guilt was too heavy. So I said, Mom, I took this lime. She said, what? I said, yeah, I took this lime. She says, you go back in there, tell the man what you did and put it back. I said, I'm gonna keep this lime.
I'm gonna keep this lime though. I don't know.
So that's what I did. Went back
you kept
in.
the lime?
No.
Oh.
I had no choice. I was sad. I was like, I'm just gonna keep it. She said no. And so I had to go in there, found a clerk, and was like, hey, sorry, I took this. And he says, oh, okay.
probably didn't care.
He didn't care.
It was probably so much bigger in your life than his. He was like, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure. He's probably like, oh, he probably found it on the floor.
Yeah, like he wasn't even thinking you stole it. He was like, oh.
Yeah.
That's crazy though.
I have another memory of being in a liquor store, not even I think maybe it was a grocery store because it felt huge. But I remember feeling like I got lost. I was with Dad. But the crazy, what freaked me out was I was with Dad, and Dad had like dreadlocks, sort of, right, longer hair, and I was like with him in an aisle, and I must have literally looked down, played with something, and I looked back up, and he wasn't there.
Yeah.
And then I freaked out, and I went around the corner. There was a dude with long dread hair, and like, you know, when you're scrambling, you're like, oh, okay, that's Dad.
Mm-hmm.
I went up to this man. It was a stranger, totally stranger. I said, "Oh my God!" And I was like, "Oh shit!" And I was like, "You ain't my dad either." And so
shit.
literally,
Did you say that out loud?
I said, "Oh!" I'm sure I think I yelled.
Oh my god!
And I went back because I remember it was in a Budweiser aisle. There was like Budweiser on the shelf, and I was like, "Ah!" And I ran back towards those glass doors with the Gatorades and stuff are. Mm-hmm. And I went back around to another aisle, and he was like there nonchalantly, like, "Hey, what's up? What are you doing?" Somehow he left the aisle. I don't know if he thought I was going to follow him or what.
Dang.
And
he probably said, "Come on, son," and you
probably
like,
Chelsea.
Oh man,
Chelsea. I had never felt so. I still remember it was like the craziest feeling. I felt lost. I felt like I was like, I'm by myself. I'm lost. I'm freaking out here.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And then I thought I found him, and it wasn't him. And I said, "Oh God!"
In a big store.
Yeah. But I don't think it was a big. That's the thing. It was either a liquor store or.
Well, I'm saying your small.
In my world,
it was a big store.
Yep, and he literally like didn't even know I just went through any of that, because he was like, "Oh, what's up? You ready to go?" Yeah. Why you sweating so much?
Damn.
I was like, "Oh my God, Dad!
Yeah.
You don't even know what that bench ride just went on."
That's funny.
Yeah, grocery stores. You used to work at one.
I used to work at a grocery store.
Did you ever
that was my first real job.
Tell me of something you saw go down in a grocery store. Did you ever see anything go down? Like a couple get caught, like, "Oh, you cheating on me, you bastard." Anything crazy?
I remember this lady yelled at Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy used to come to your store?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
And it was a normal thing. So, like, you know, it just was whatever, right? And I think he was married to a white woman at the time, or might still be. Mm-hmm. And a black woman said something like along that line, you know? Mm-hmm. And like no one said anything.
She went off?
Yeah, she said something like, I don't know exactly what she said, but it was like either, you with that white something or something about that. And everybody looked at her and he looked at her and he acted like he didn't hear it. And I thought that was actually fucking crazy because I thought like he could roast her, but I also, it was just, it was mind blowing to me.
Wow.
It wasn't that big of a deal, but it was a big deal. I had never seen anyone that disrespected before.
And it wasn't like they were even having a conversation. It's like she saw him and
she
vomited whatever she was thinking.
Yeah, it was crazy. Oh. Yeah, and I remember he was putting his card in his wallet at the time. And yeah. But
this was at the dealership? This was at the
He was at the
register.
He had just paid. Yeah, he had just paid. So it was like she was just paid, like, 2 registers down, and she turned and said whatever she said, and just so happened he was, he had only grabbed like ice cream or something.
Wait, yeah, actually I remember now. You used to tell me you saw him often.
Yeah, he was always up there. That's
so interesting that he people would think that he was a recluse, which he probably is, I guess. Maybe the only thing he does is go to the grocery store, but it's so weird that someone that no one gets to see, you used to see all the time.
Yeah, and I don't even think I appreciated it then.
Nah, because when you used to tell me that, I was just like, oh, that's cool. I was like, oh, that is cool because you see Eddie Murphy, but I guess being older, you realize like, nah, you ain't just, that's not somebody you just see.
We're from LA, man. We see like the way, like, true. I don't know. It's just not, it wasn't that big a deal.
No, you're right because we lived in.
Right.
And
everybody went to that liquor store. I mean, that grocery store. Everybody went to that grocery store. It was normal. Like, it was so normal. So yeah. But what else is crazy? I saw was it Lindsay Lohan? She came and then all of a sudden there was paparazzi hopping on top of the carts because the carts were in line in front of that big window, and they were hopping up there,
shooting into the store.
All of it. That was crazy. That was crazy.
Right? Don't you tell the paparazzi where you're going to be?
I mean, they might just sit outside your house.
Oh, right. That
I
does
feel like
happen.
she got it worse. Like Lindsay Lohan, Britney Spears, they were like the paparazzi.
All of them. Paris
Yeah.
Hilton's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember that was nuts. And it was early in the morning. It was like 6 in the morning.
Oh, you used to work those shifts?
Sometimes.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember.
I used to like my days
Okay.
to myself. But yeah. I mean, I've seen some crazy stuff. I've seen the manager sleep with wives. You know, he'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go deliver her groceries," and you'd be like, "That's weird."
You knew for sure he was getting down with these women?
Yeah, I mean, we
Oh, he
homies.
talked.
It's not
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's like we off now. Yeah,
That's
man,
funny.
crazy stuff used to happen up there. I remember this guy tried to invite me when I moved from that Ralph's because the lady took over and she didn't like me. So I had to go to the Wilshire Ralph's, and I used to see a lot of people up there. But this guy tried to like solicit me to like be with. I'm gonna beat this name out. And he was like, I mean, he was really part of her crew, but I was like, I mean, I work at Ralph's.
I remember.
He told me that she was sick, and he came back like a couple like back to back, getting her this specific soup, and he was like, she would really like you, you know, you should come. And I was like, nah, I'm cool. And he came back again, and he like showed me pictures and all types of stuff. I believed him, you know. He walked. You know, I was like, bro, like I ain't ready.
You ain't ready for that.
And if she's sick, why am I gonna go and hang out with her? That's what was going through.
It wasn't Corona, so it would have been just
he
fine. Yeah, you be all right. You be all right. Social distance.
Yeah, that was the craziest.
Dang, Chelsea, your life could have been different.
My life could have been different. I could have been bad one. Oh, but let me tell you how I quit. You wanna know how I quit? Sorry, don't have me, okay? How I quit was because they stopped liking me over there too. You know.
The Wilshire one?
Yeah. I mean, look, I moved through life like I don't, you know, I live my life how I want to. So anyways, they didn't like that. So in order to get me out, she had me walk this homeless man around the store, Sonny, and go shopping with him.
Because she didn't trust him?
No, she just asked him like, do you need help? Like he was like, you know, like the old people that like.
You said homeless man though.
Yeah, because that's what the vibe I got.
Oh.
And I could be wrong, but that's how bad it was. You know what I mean? Smelled bad. I think he couldn't see. And he had like a wife that smelled bad. It was all bad.
Oh.
And I remember I walked down 1, maybe 2 aisles, and I said, fuck this. And I was like, I'm done. And they were like, you have to write a resignation letter. I was like, I'm not writing shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I did end up writing on a piece of paper. I quit and I signed my name.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
That's crazy.
Never went back. I think I went back for my check, and she had me walk around a store with Sonny.
For what reason though? To help
they didn't
them?
like me.
To help them? No. To help them put groceries in the store.
Sure.
Had you ever seen anybody do anything like that?
No, never.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
And you can assume, oh, it's Wilshire. You know, maybe it's a little different. No. And I knew what was going on. I was like, oh, she's trying to get me up out of here.
Right.
Today's the day.
Today, well, it worked. It worked because I'm
Chelsea,
gone.
walk with him around. You're gonna waste an hour of my wage on me doing this? Like, oh, okay.
Man,
Yeah, so,
I
anyways.
remember my not worst job. It wasn't a bad job, but I was just like, I quit.
Where?
That job I had working with IKEA and doing cabinet installations, kitchen installations.
Really? That's the one? That's like the what?
That's the one where I said, "Oh yeah, no." I would quit middle. I quit before lunch. I quit before lunch. I said, "Mm-mm."
Dang.
I didn't mind the job. The job was it was me and a partner. It's an installer and an assembler.
Okay.
The installer is the lead basically.
Right.
And so I would assemble cabinets and then he would hang the cabinets on the wall. Essentially, right? That's what he marks the walls, he hangs them.
Right.
And then I'm the assembler. I build them and get them ready for him.
Right.
And so it was cool. My partner was a cool cat. And I started off with one dude, real big white dude. And I was like, man, you look like someone I probably knew from high school or someone out in the area I grew up in.
Yeah.
And then come to find out, this dude, like he was probably like 6'5", 6'4", big, heavy white dude, looked like he played football. He had tats and he goes by Ogre. I guess they call him Ogre, right? Turned out, though, in high school, he was a skinhead. And kind of in college, he was a skinhead. And then I was like, oh, yeah.
Kinda in college?
Well, I mean, I don't know if he went to college.
Yeah,
I'm saying like that age, that time in his life. Yeah, but he's like, I'm not like that anymore. He's like, I'm not really like that. But I remember when I first.
I'm not really like that, or I'm not like
he
that.
didn't say he didn't. No, he said he used to be a skinhead. But I remember that when I first met him, like the vibe, but like I got that off put. I got a vibe from him, right? Like you don't kick it with people of color. And then but I could tell though we kind of like broke that down. We actually became real cool. And then I ended up not being his partner anymore, and he took it up with the boss. He was like, "Yo, why'd you like swap? Why'd you take Lasani and give me the other dude?
And why you take my little worker?"
Nah, but
I'm just fucking.
No, Matt was straight. Matt was straight. So then I ended up working with this dude. But basically, you would drive every morning to the location of the home that you're doing the kitchen in.
Yeah.
And it might take sometimes 2 to 3 days on that same location.
Okay.
So you didn't get compensated for your gas. You had to buy your own tools.
Oh, it was like that. So you're like a contractor?
Sort of on my own. I had to go buy my own stuff for this to do his jobs, basically, right?
Oh, that's wild.
And then so this one time, but there was always like problems. Like sometimes all the packaging, all the items wouldn't be there, which you have to mark and then send it. And then sometimes you have to drive out to IKEA, which aren't a lot of them. There's only 2 of them out here, and they're not even close. You had to like drive out to the IKEA, get that part, and then go back to the job, which would then maybe add on a whole nother day sometimes. And again, you're not getting your gas or anything like that. And so,
wow, that's a con, I think.
Could be. And so it was one time I was probably like 6 months, 9 months in. 6 months, 9 months, I don't remember. And they had us go out to Malibu. Mm-hmm. And like that job was all jacked up, sort of. Mm-hmm. And then, because I was in my car, my partner was in his. And then the boss is like, all right, well, Lasani, you go down to the Palisades to go start on this other project. But the materials aren't there. But
from Malibu?
From Malibu, I want you to drive down to Palisades. I said, oh no.
Today's the day.
I said, Sergio, my lead, I said, Sergio, I ain't gonna be there. I'm done. I'm going home. He said, what you talking about? I said, I'm done. He says, you mean you quit? You're not. Bye. Packed up my little bag.
Dang, yo yellow.
Hopped in my little yellow DeWalt bag. Hopped in the Camry. Took PCH over the hill. I said, I'm gonna enjoy this little ride. Got home, was like, babe, I quit.
Oh, shoot. I didn't even think about that part, right? Like, I got bills. Babe, we got to figure something out.
I quit. She says, what? I said, yeah, man, that's wanted me to drive down the Palisades. I was like, She says, okay. All right.
Yo, you got a writer right there, because if that's all that she said, man. Oh my God.
But I was just like, I just got to go harder with the business, my own business.
Yeah, and this was before the baby, but.
Yeah.
Wow.
We had rent to pay.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, that was me. I was like, yo, no.
But that was because you were meant to bet on yourself.
That's what I was gonna do. I was like, yo, it's time I'm spending. I can figure my shit. Figure my shit out.
I mean, and look.
Figuring it out.
Anyways, so it's been one hell of an episode. I feel like we talked about so many different cool subjects, and I'm just blessed to have you as a brother. I'm just going to shout that out. But it's been episode 24. It's been episode 24. My name is no longer Chef J. Look, and I'm gonna say this really, really, really quick. Really quick. My name has never been Chef J, right? It only was for this show because the culture menu. I thought it was gonna be a cool little thing, but I need to be authentic. And I had a full ass argument with somebody this whole weekend, and they kept calling me Chef. And and I was like, you know what? I'm fucking done. I've already been done with this name, but I was like, you know what? My nickname is Chelsea, but I'm gonna go by Chelsea. It is what it is, but. So if you see the little name change at the bottom, that's what that is.
Okay.
We're still growing at the culture bit. You still figuring it out.
So we're Chelsea.
I'm Chelsea. I'm gonna be authentic to myself.
That makes sense.
But my name on Instagram is Chelsea.
Got it.
Yeah. We just shifted a little thing around. But anyway, so yeah.
Congrats on that one.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. Anything you want to say?
Nah. I put you on.
Okay.
You forgot about me.
I didn't. That's why I just said, do you have anything you want to say?
Yes.
Okay.
Get you a Jew.
Sonny? Oh, come on, man. Hey, listen. What the hell? We just got started. Nick Cannon lost Wild and Out for that.
Get you a Jew. I'm not saying get rid of Jews or anything like that.
You just I gotta bleep.
Get you a Jew.
All right. Well, it's been a wonderful episode 24 with your girl Chelsea, my co-host,
Lasani.
And we'll be back.
Let me sing you out of this episode.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
Baby.